Good morning and welcome to the 8:15 Daily Operations Weather Brief. This morning and for the third day in a row now, we have clear skies and light winds to start off our day, with temperatures expected to peak around 80 degrees this afternoon. Precipitation chances do look to remain low, with winds remaining modest, possibly even gusting into the upper teens at times. And similar to our previous days here on the shore, our relative humidity appears to remain low, giving way to some nice apparent temperatures and making for a comfortable day ahead. Looking at our most recent surface analysis chart here, much like the previous few days, we've had high pressure persisting over our area, suppressing precipitation chances and the overall cloud cover, while also allowing temperatures to climb into the 80s, especially come this afternoon. This high-pressure system that has been driving our weather has since shifted offshore and will continue to do so, making room for our next series of potential weather makers to move through the region, specifically in the form of a low-pressure system working up from the south and a cold front currently making its way through the Midwest at this time. Regarding the low-pressure system advancing from the south, there is uncertainty about just how far north it will progress, and that results in our precipitation chances kind of remaining low for Thursday and Friday at this time, although those could certainly change. And now moving to our current field observations here, we are observing clear skies with 10 statute miles of visibility and light winds of about 5 knots coming from the southwest, and temperatures lying around 67 degrees with a relative humidity of about the mid-70s. 70%, excuse me. And taking a look at this morning's satellite imagery, just like yesterday's imagery, we can see clear skies with a streak of coverage here over our area. However, that coverage is actually Canadian wildfire smoke and not cloud coverage, and that is continuing to drift overhead and will linger along the coast. And according to the HERS vertically integrated smoke product shown here, we can see that the impacts are greatest this morning and should progressively improve throughout the afternoon, although another bit of upper-level particulates may cycle back around later this afternoon or throughout the day. And pulling up the euro this morning, dry conditions are modeled for the next few days until Saturday and Sunday, at least that time frame, in which I think this run does a reasonably good job of showing just how close that low pressure system that works its way up from the south comes to impacting our area. And as to why the upcoming precip chances are currently sitting on the fence, we can see it gets pretty close, just skirts straight on by to the south, but if it comes just a little bit north, then we'll see those precip chances increase. Pulling up our 24-hour risk chart for today, light winds and largely clear skies are projected throughout the forecast period until the tail end, when we may see some upper-level cloud cover and even a few clouds around 1,000 feet come into play tomorrow morning. And for temperatures, we're expecting a high around 80 degrees today with overnight lows in the mid-60s and precipitation chances continuing to remain low overall. Making note of today's terminal forecast here, a midday wind shift to a more southerly direction is noted. However, a swing back to the south-southwest or southwest direction is expected in conjunction with that high-level cloud cover beginning to move overhead tomorrow morning. And pulling up our short-term weather risk chart here, greens across the board, with Thursday mostly cloudy conditions being expected and a high of 77. Thursday night partly to mostly cloudy with a low of 67, and Friday partly to mostly cloudy with a high of 76. And it is worth noting, due to that low pressure system working up from the south, that there is a very slight chance of some afternoon showers come the next few days. And that is going to conclude our 8:15 daily weather operations brief, and I'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook.